Stirring the coffee with chopsticks, using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Oh, that is very nice. That is very nice. That is a fisherman's blend. Whoops, the coffee beans are coming out. That is fisherman's blend from the Black Cup Extraordinary Coffee, Best Served Black. Smoky, dark, chocolate, bold. And this is from Anchorage, Alaska. Put that down right here. Let's get started. I played football. I was a linebacker for the University of Phoenix. Jimmy Carroll, comedian. Very funny guy. Look him up on YouTube. Will make you laugh. He's from my area here in the Philadelphia area. And he has me rolling whenever I hear him. We ought to be no less persuaded that the propitious smiles of heaven can be expected on a nation that disregards the eternal rules or order and right, which heaven itself has ordained. George Washington in his inaugural speech. Did my live broadcast last night, 50 things you will feel after a breakup or a divorce and what you can do about them. That was last night at 9 o'clock, part 1. Did the first 10 or 11 of those. There's no way I was going to do 50, so it's going to be probably a 4-part series. I think it went well, and I believe a lot of people were helped. Take a look at that video. I will put a link to it at the end of this video. And for the next 3 weeks on Wednesday nights, we're going to be going through the rest of those things. And those of you that did watch it, I hope you benefited from it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you are a father or want to be a father someday, you know there is a war on men, which also means there's a war on fathers. You need to be at the 21 Convention Patriarch Edition in Orlando, Florida. On May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I will be speaking, and so will my posse. I will also be doing the 21 report, which means I will be interviewing all of the people in the posse. Who is that? Let's find out. I just want to let you know exactly who it is, rather than saying my posse, just so you know. This is the Patriarch Edition. It is for fathers. You need to be there. Men, if you are going to be a father someday, you need to be there. Men, if you are fathers, you need to be there. So let's tell you who is going to be the speakers. Hunter Drew, Rollo Tomasi, Elliot Hulse, Socrates, myself, Tanner Guzzi, Drew Bay, Texas Dom, Sean T. Smith, Dr. Sean T. Smith, Jack Murphy, Ivan Throne, Pat Campbell, Steve the Dean Williams. What a lineup that is. It is going to be 3 packed days of some of the most amazing teaching and fellowship you've ever had. I'm going to put a link for it down below. I have been given the ability to give a partial scholarship for those that can't swing the full price. It's a partial scholarship, which means you need to pay only a certain amount for the convention. You will pay for your hotel, you will pay for your flight, you will pay for your food, obviously. You will walk away from these 3 days a changed man, and it's going to set something in motion. Be there if you can. People say, I can't afford it. I've learned, because I know, I've said this too. I can't afford it usually means I don't want to afford it. So this is for those that want to be better and are willing to sacrifice a little bit. And when you look at the return, it's not really a sacrifice. It's an investment in yourself. So keep that in mind. People have asked me if there was a pill that would cure gray hair, would I take it? First of all, no. Gray hair is not a disease that needs to be cured. Secondly, if shit ever goes down anywhere, people always look for 2 things. They look for muscles and they look for the gray hair. They look for the muscles to help them get out of the issue, the alpha men in the room. Let's get real. And they look for the wisdom of gray hair. The best combination, wisdom and the wherewithal to solve the problems. Let's say you're in a restaurant and someone's starting trouble and pulls out a gun. You start hearing shots fired. Not only are you ducking and running, but if you have to organize a quick little group, who do you go to? Who do you look to save you at that moment? Who do you look to for a solution? Nature will tell you what to look for. And that's the alpha male who doesn't run, he takes charge. It's like that anywhere in life. So no, I like my gray hair. Like it. And my white beard. There is no white girl equivalent to when a black girl calls a white guy fine. It's a compliment that we gladly accept. Everyone in the posse is looking at Alexander Cortez and thinking, what a friggin' genius, and they're scheming their own viral tweet. He did a tweet on how a woman can be beautiful, or how to be a beautiful woman, and it has been seen by millions. It's been on the news. It's been covered by news stations. Really quite amazing. What if a woman did a tweet or an article on how to be handsome as a man, or how a man can be handsome? It would get 0 mileage. It would never be retweeted. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is going to do for Alexander. It just makes me laugh what's happening. He was featured on a couple lame news stations. If you followed it, just look him up on Twitter, Alexander Cortez, and follow his tweet. Pretty funny. Hey, does anyone else silently cheer on fat people at the gym? Like when I go to the gym and I just see some big lard-ass men or women on that treadmill, and I say that with all due respect because after you lose the weight, you will be referring to yourself as a lard-ass. The words that people think are offensive now are the same words that you will use to describe yourself in a year or 2 after you lose weight. And that's perfectly okay. I cheer them on constantly. Constantly. I don't want to go up and say, hey, good job, man. Keep it up. If you need a workout partner, let me know. Because like you're afraid you're going to offend them. But I will be honest with you. The gym that I go to, I have to say, it started the fitness dialogue with a lot of obese people. And I'm happy to see a lot of obese people at some of the musclehead gyms that I've gone to in the past. You don't see fat people because they do feel slightly out of place. And the encouragement, I don't think the encouragement is there as much. I don't think the encouragement is really at the gym that I go to. I just think that it's cheap and they like to say no intimidation. You know the one I'm talking about. But at least it gets people there and starts the fitness and health dialogue in their life. I like it. Air Monarchs, Nike Air Monarchs, the ultimate dad sneakers. If you don't have kids, you're not allowed to wear them. I have 3 pairs. There must be some kind of way out of here. I took a poll. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the Joker to the 73% said thief, 14% said thought, 7% said Nibiru, 6% said plate. Treat her like a celebrity, and she'll treat you like a fan. No pedestals for the women in your life. No pedestals for anybody in your life. Be respectful. Be considerate. That's enough. If she expects to be on a pedestal, next her. She's gone. You do not, she's not the center of the universe, and you don't revolve around her. You don't orbit around her, fulfilling all of her needs. Be respectful, be considerate, because that's what decent people do. And that door swings in both directions. I respect Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Why? Because they did what I would like to do. To me, their faults and shortcomings are dwarfed by their visionary accomplishments. Oh, by the way, did you see Alex Jones on Joe Rogan yesterday? I think it ended up being a 5 or 6 hour podcast. It was incredible. Man, I loved it. When those two get together, their hits and views are going to be amazing. They're going to get so many great clips out of that. What a fantastic show that was. You won't be able to watch the whole thing in one sitting. You'll probably have to watch it in 5 sittings. It's literally, or if you're driving somewhere long distance and you just need to put something on for hours, it's incredible. You'll love it. Who gets special treatment? Who do I defer to or sacrifice for or go out of my way for? The elderly, children, and the disabled. 3 entities that it's okay to do that for. Everyone else, it's a fair shake in this world. When I teach that you should never put her on a pedestal, men, this is for the men, only an asshole will believe that means treat her like shit. Be considerate of all humans, male and female. Nobody goes on the pedestal. And you've heard me say this before, but unbalanced red pill men usually lead with being offensive, obtuse, and angry. And that's a personality type that has no relationship or connection to the red pill lens. Having your eyes wide open and having the new lens on should make you a better man, and that betterment is obvious to all. It shouldn't make you more of an asshole. And it's unfortunate that the assholes in groups, usually, the group gets a bad rap for the handful of assholes that are in it. And I make that very clear. Hey, let's read a couple letters. There's a gentleman who was abused. I commented back, I can't even imagine it, living day to day with that memory. What do you do? How do you make it? He says, oh, and I said, you know, my thoughts are with you, man. And he said, I respectfully appreciate your feedback. Thank you. I don't know really what to say. I guess I take one day at a time, make an effort to be around dynamic individuals that have insightful, developed character. I looked up the Department of Justice website, discovered many of these types of crime go unreported, about 95%. It's good to know there are folks like yourself making a positive impact for others. Thank you, George Bruno. Maybe we should have a show talking about abuse. It'd be a very sensitive topic, and how people make it through memories of being abused, sexual abuse by religious figures. Maybe that's something that we should do. I'm not opposed to that at all. Hello, Sultan. My name is, and I'm not going to give the name, I'm curious as to your input as to how dedicated someone my age should actually be. 20 years old. To give you some context, I'm currently about to undergo my 4th promotion at my restaurant job into becoming a general manager and have my own store. Cool. My friends and family are all telling me I'm cheating myself out of life and I'm missing out on more important things due to the fact that I'm working on average about 60 hours a week. I find it strange myself that my friends and family deem what's essentially downtime as the most important things in life. I myself do understand that I was barely out of high school a year and a half and now I'm about to be a salaryman. Personally, I don't agree with college at the moment, so I thought it a better idea to actually do something meaningful and constructive. Sir, at 20 years old, you probably have more skills right now than most people your age. That I can guarantee. The real problem I'm having is that everyone seems to resent me for my lifestyle, even though my lifestyle inevitably supports some of them financially. Not a coincidence. I send money to both my mother, father, and grandfather on a regular basis so they can live more comfortably. Is this what being a man is, to do well for others and still be resented for it? Nope, it's time to fly the coop, man. Time to fly the coop. Parents don't raise children in order to be supported. I'm happy to see my kids move on, move off. It's called individuation. Let me put it this way. If you keep doing that, all right, your name is Christian. If you keep doing what you're doing, I won't be able to tell where the parents stop and Christian begins. Individuation means there needs to be a break, there needs to be a cut. It sounds like that they did it with their parents. I'm not speaking ill of them in any way. It's time for you to fly the coop. To top this, my friends who conversely have the first part of their adult life paid for them by their parents say, I've been cheated. Get on the road by yourself. You need to separate yourself from the friends and family and people. The people that are closest to you are going to be your biggest critics. It's how it is in life. My question for you is this. What makes what you do meaningful? Because I'm one of the most successful people my age I've ever met, but what I'm doing doesn't exactly feel meaningful at the moment. That's the story of life, my man. Not everything you do has meaning. The meaning comes at the end of the project, when you are super successful, when you have your own store. You have responsibilities that they don't have. That's super important. I think you're doing well, Kristen. Keep doing what you're doing. And don't worry about what people say, especially those closest to you. And finally, I want to thank you with the deepest of my heart. All right, this is a gentleman coming from the Netherlands. So the English isn't perfect, but I will try to communicate the spirit of the letter. I want to thank you from the depths of my heart. Your message was true and wonderful and relieving. You opened up my eyes and soul. I started doing what you said, and I feel free and happier. This is true and weird, but it's a wonderful sensation. You are a woke person. Thanks for everything. If you ever give a speech in the Netherlands, I would come to see you. Love your haircut and beard. They are spot on. Yes, I tried the Vortex method, and it's crazy insane how much better it tastes. Bless you, my sir. You're amazing. Keep up these videos, and you really help out a lot of people. Sorry for the bad English. Kind regards, Michael. It's spelled M-I-C-H-E-L. Mikel? I don't know. You tell me. Michelle? Mikel? Michael? I don't know. So many, please advise me on that, folks, if you understand how to pronounce that. Okay? Because my foreign language skills aren't really too good. Hey, and with that, I'm going to say finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show.